It might sound crazy, but the way to achieve what you want is not exactly what you think. Have you ever realized, like, the more you want something, the harder it seems for you to get? Whether it's a relationship or a job or anything. In this video, I'm going to share with you something that I wish I would have learned years ago. It would have saved me so much turmoil and agony if I would have learned this. I'm a very late bloomer, but I hope that you came across this video, and I hope it helps put things in perspective for you, because if I had known this 30, 40 years ago, I know I would be in a much better place. So stick around, because I'm about to give you some great life-changing information on how to stop caring. So recently, within the last couple of years, I have really just stopped caring about a lot of things, and it has brought me so much peace. I used to be a perfectionist, and oh, you know how much time that you waste being a perfectionist? I'm at a point now in my life where things are good enough, and I don't put myself through that perfectionism attainment thing anymore. It's not attainable, and it really is a time zapper. It's a time waster. And I used to overthink everything, every decision, every opportunity, every little move. I overthought everything. I literally thought that if I just cared more, or if I could just make things, if I could literally make everything perfect, like, I'm not even kidding you. I would clean out my closets and I would label, which, some people, that's their thing, and it was mine. That's how much of a perfectionist I was. I labeled everything, and I'm not saying that I won't go back to that. I'm just at a place right now where I am okay, and I want you to be okay as well. So I'm going to share with you some things that I have figured out lately. So one of the things that I started doing that I didn't always do before is I started taking action on things that I would talk about. You need, a lot of people talk the talk, but they don't actually walk the walk. When you start to do what you say you're going to do, it puts this, it gives you this confidence, and it puts things in in action that take off, and it just kind of snowballs and compounds. And there's this thing, it's like the law of detachment. I'm not a woo woo type of person, okay, but there is a such thing as a law of detachment. And when you remove yourself from something emotionally, and you're okay with whatever the outcome is, 9 times out of 10 it turns out even better than what you had anticipated. But you just have to have that confidence in the fact that whatever happens, happens and is meant to be. It's not an easy thing to relinquish to. And I don't find it to be something that is relinquished to. I find it to be an epiphany of sorts, where you finally realize that when you start to be okay with whatever happens, it is what it is. And there's a lot of people out there that they, I hate when people say it is what it is. But it is exactly what it is. It is what it is. And, it's just like people talk about worry and sitting in a rocking chair and going back and forth, and how much time is wasted. Worry is waste. You really just have to put forth the effort, do the best that you can, and let it go. Stop caring about having it all together. Okay? Stop caring about thinking you have to have it all figured out. I'm 53. I still don't have it figured out. I feel so bad for young people these days. I was probably one of the most lost people you ever met in your life when I was in my 20s, but oh, the amount of pressure that kids these days have is just insane. Especially with social media and the keeping up with the Joneses. And, they see certain people that have things and they think that they should be in that same position themselves. And they don't know how that person got that. Their dad may have gave it to them, or they just don't know. But the comparison, when people compare themselves, it's so detrimental to who we are at our core. I just wish people would learn to accept themselves as they are and not compare themselves. Social media has really done a number on us. I'm not going to lie. The comparison game, keeping up with the Joneses, fake book. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's really done a number on us. And we've kind of been pulled into this hustle harder culture. And I love the hustle game. I think it's cool. It keeps you on your toes, and it's something that helps keep you going and helps, but to make it your be all and end all, that's where people make a mistake. I think making an effort and doing the best you can, putting it out there, and then seeing what happens is the best way to be. Whether it's becoming a YouTuber, starting your own business, applying for that job that you don't think that you could possibly get, asking that guy or girl out that you think wouldn't give you the time of day. It's these things that you're not going to know unless you do it. And you have to learn to take chances and to see what happens, or you're going to miss out on so much in life. If you put forth the effort and you do the best that you can, honestly, the outcome is irrelevant. Because if you gave something everything that you have, that's what really matters. I don't know if you've ever heard the term desperation breeds contempt. Um, it does, though. It really does. When you see like the guy that's always chasing the girl, or the girl that's always chasing the guy, and you can smell the desperation, you can see it, you can feel it. Like, we're humans, we are attuned to a certain degree where we can spot. Some of us can really spot things. And desperation is, oh, it is the killer of ambition. It's the killer of just even doing something. The more you chase someone, the more they run from you. We need to learn how to be okay with what's good enough. We need to learn to be okay with, I wrote this thing down the other day that Steve Cannell, who is he's an amazing YouTuber, pioneer YouTuber. His one of his catchphrases or things that he likes to say is "Done is better than none." Well, my husband saw the words that I had wrote down, and my husband was like, "No," he was trying to say that along the lines of anything is better than nothing or something like that. And he's not a perfectionist, so he can't resonate with my perfectionistic ideals. And so for me to be able to say done is better than none means at one point I couldn't get things done because I was such a perfectionist. And if it wasn't perfect, it was never done. So I would never get anything accomplished to a certain degree because it had to be perfect before I could say it was done. Now I'm at a level in my life where I can work on a project, and when I'm done, I'm done, because done is better than none. And when you get to this point in your life where you realize that your efforts and what you put into something are good enough, it's so freeing. It's so incredibly freeing. I mean, you really got to think about it. There's a reason why people that don't need success, or they seem indifferent, attract it. It's just, it's like some people, no matter what happens, just good things happen to them. They seem really super lucky, but they also don't walk around expecting uh, people to feel sorry for them, or they're pretty comfortable in who they are and what they're doing. And so things just naturally come to them. And it's like, the ones that don't care about being liked, they always attract the most respect. They get respected because they make it very clear and very obvious that they're good, whether you like them or not. And that's attractive. When you actually stop holding on to like this certain outcome, this ideal outcome in your head, you tend to move differently. You think differently, you come across differently. You become more calmer and more present, more confident. When you actually become like this, that's when you become really powerful. And the irony about it is that that's when things actually start to fall into place for you. So when you put in your best efforts and you do the best you can, that should be good enough. And I'm not saying this to say to be careless, okay? Because it's not about being careless, but it's a way of having detachment to where it allows you to actually be free. When you free yourself from the anxiety of the outcome, there's nothing you can't do. You become free from overthinking. You become free from the fear of failing. You just become free. If you get that job, great. If you don't, well, then you'll find another one. If that relationship works out, great. And if it doesn't, you'll also find another person to be in a relationship with. You just really have to resign yourself to understand and believe that whatever's meant to be will be, and be okay with that. And if you really think about it, like the best athletes, the best performers, the best business leaders, they care, but they're not attached. They show up, they give their best, and then they let go. I mean, they know that they've done everything that they possibly could do and that they have won. And that's how you need to think about it too. That's like with this YouTube channel that I started. I've been doing it for over a year, and I barely have 350 subscribers, and I'm fine with that. I'm just, because I'm doing something that I love to do, and I'm going to continue to do it. And whatever happens, happens. And however many subscribers, or I don't, I'm okay with whatever, because I'm making content that I love, that I thoroughly enjoy, and I'm putting out content that I feel is making a difference. It is of substance to me. I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm putting it out there, and I'm leaving it. And I'm not worried about what people say about me. I'm not worried if somebody sees one of my videos, and I don't care. I don't care what people think. I really don't. I care about people that care about me, but I don't care what someone thinks about me that I don't even know, or that I don't even spend any time with. Someone that's not even in my circle of reference. It's not even someone that I see on a regular basis. I don't care what those people think. Why would I? Why would you? Why would you care about anybody that's not even in your life, that you don't even spend time with? These couch cowboys and these keyboard warriors, when they get on there and they type whatever, it's they're miserable. The fact that they took time out of their day to put you down because they're so miserable, how sad is that? How sad of an existence is that? Like I said, happy people are happy, and they want other people to be happy. Miserable people want You know that saying, misery loves company. They want to spread that misery. They don't want to be alone in their misery. They want company. They want people to fight with them. They want people to go tit for tat. No, don't do it. Don't fall for it, because who cares? Who are they? Who cares what they think? Like, seriously, who cares? You do. Stop. Stop caring. Look at it for what it is and realize who they are in your life. They're nobody. Why would you care? You're giving them so much power that they really don't deserve. So, to make a long story short, I just want you to have the confidence to realize and to know that you are enough. And you, only you really know if you're really, doing the best that you can. And if you are doing the best that you can, then you're doing the best that you can. And you just put it in God's hands and you leave it alone. You let Him take care of it. So, one of the things that I realized about being a perfectionist wasn't so much that I wanted everything to be perfect. It was my fear of failure. It was my fear of things not being good enough. And when I finally stood back and understood and embraced and took on who I was as a person and my own values, and when I finally decided to become confident in who I am, and I've stopped procrastinating about what I should or shouldn't do, and I just make a plan and I just do what I need to do, that's when things start to change in your life. And things have changed in my life. I'm not going to get on here and go on about the different things that have changed, but I will tell you this much: things are getting better and better every day. And I'm growing more and more every day. And life just gets better more and more every day. And you know what it really boiled down to? Me pulling out my phone. One day I pulled out my phone and just started recording, and I started my YouTube channel, and I never looked back. And I'm going to keep going, and I'm not going to look back. And I don't know what your dream is. I don't know where you're at in life and what you're wanting to do, but you only live once. And I wholeheartedly believe that you should go for your dreams, because I wasted so many years. Honestly, I believe I'm where I'm supposed to be. But gosh, if I knew this information when I was in my 20s, I would be so much further in life. This is the most profound thing that I can share with you as a 53-year-old woman. When you embrace the progress that you make in life, when you embrace that as the person you are meant to be and who you are to become, and you stop trying to achieve this result in your head that you think you should be at, when you stop putting those pressures on yourself, you will become unstoppable and you will achieve whatever you put your mind to. Knowing that what you have is enough and that you are enough for this world, by taking that next step forward, even not knowing the outcome, learning how to trust in the process, enjoying the journey, living in the moment, that is the secret to success. Build the life that you want, take as much time as you need, and realize that things do take time. Overnight successes are very rare. And a lot of those cases, we don't know the financial ongoings behind the scenes. It may look and feel and smell like a certain thing, but we don't know. We really don't. So you really just have to be true to yourself and what happiness and success means to you. And what it means to you, it may not mean to someone else. But the bottom line is, don't let fear keep you from doing what you love, doing what you know, exploring things, and never, ever worry about what people say or think, because it's their problem, not yours. Okay, guys, love you. Till next time.